Good morning, everyone, members of the press. It's a delight to have all of you here this morning at Seniors Hub, courtesy of DeFi Head Now and our ABLE team. Thank you, Chair, for the introduction, and thank you, everyone, for coming here. As he stated, my name is Nelson Kwaje. I chair the board of DeFi Head Now, and I also act as a team lead for our projects here in South Sudan. DeFi Head Now is a national organization that was founded in 2019, and it has been operational since then, with a core focus on mitigating hate speech, misinformation, and incitement to violence. We run several projects, but our two core flagship projects are the 211 Check, which I think a lot of you are familiar with. It's an information verification platform. And then we have SafetyCom, which is a cyber safety and incident response platform that is available to the public. We have several partners, including the National Communication Authority, Meta, and several other donors who are within the country. Let me go to my statement, which I will read. In the recent years, South Sudan has witnessed significant increase in the use of social media platforms. This due to both internet and mobile telecommunication penetration in the country, which has increased. However, while these platforms offer numerous benefits in terms of communication and information sharing, the platform also poses significant cyber threats and scams to users. In South Sudan, Facebook and WhatsApp platforms appear to be the most common grounds for cyber threats and scams, being largely perpetrated by anonymous online actors. These threats come in forms of phishing attacks disguised as legitimate messages, and links to malicious tricks, malicious to trick users into revealing sensitive information, and malware attacks where links or files attachment embedded with virus and ransomware infect user devices and compromise their well-being. Besides cyber scams in South Sudan, cyber scams in South Sudan's digital environment, especially social media platforms, have been fronted in terms of fake free giveaways, jobs, and investment opportunities. I think we have seen this a lot in terms of jobs opportunities and the rest. We established that these anonymous actors use social media engineering tactics to exploit psychological vulnerabilities of the victims and weak security features of social media accounts to hack and compromise them. So when we talk about psychological vulnerabilities, whenever someone is in need, like you look at students who want to get scholarships, we have people who are vulnerable, who want to get jobs, like all types of vulnerabilities, including poverty and desperations. These are all kind of weak links that these people use. As a result, several people fell victims to such tactics, including public figures, celebrities, and also individuals. These cyber threats and scams have compromised various social media users' accounts, especially on Facebook. We find that Facebook is the most predominant platform where people get scammed. And I think that is probably by the virtue of the fact that Facebook is the biggest platforms that we see in this country. These attacks can be identity theft, where individual personal information is stolen and used for fraudulent activities. And also we have attacks that are malicious in nature, something like revenge porn, where private compromising images and photos of individuals are taken and then spread online. Sometimes for intimate partner revenge, at times for different attacks, but most often it's also for sextortion, which is an act where someone threatens you by threaten that they will release your private images unless you pay them. This is something that we've seen. So given that SafetyCom has documented 852 incidents of compromised social media accounts of users due to this fraudulent scam. So this is, we're talking about from 2021 up to now. Out of these, 460 accounts were recovered after the victims sought the support of SafetyCom. However, 327 accounts were not recovered due to the victims' total loss of the account. So not all the cases that come to us are recoverable. There are a lot of cases where like the victims doesn't have any more access to their accounts. So he will explain later on how we do some of these things. So some of these cases will not be able to recover them, and then at times victims don't cooperate with us. Someone comes and then they go their own way. They don't follow up. Meanwhile, we have 67 cases were largely worked on, but still pending. So there are some cases that we work on, but it's still pending in process. So I'm talking about recovery. He will talk about recovery later on. Not everything that we do is about recovery. At times it's also comforting the victims. Some incidences, it's like, what do you call it? So it's like someone crying over spilled milk. Like if your pictures have already been shared out there, it will be very hard to recover these pictures, or even to delete some of these pictures. But a lot of the times also our role is also to comfort the victims and to tell them that you are not the first person to undergo this, and you should try to focus your energy on how you can prevent these things from happening in the future. You've seen some of the posters around. We've had a very lengthy campaign on two-factor authentications, encouraging people to enable two-factor authentications, because our aim is not only to recover, but we also work on preventing future incidents. So encouraging people to have a secure communication channels is one of the ways that we do this. Therefore today's joint advisory on cyber threats and scams serves to alert the general public and social media users in South Sudan about ongoing inauthentic false alarms regarding Facebook page verification, community standard violations, and copyright infringement, with threats to shut down users' accounts. So these are advisories that we're releasing about new types of threat where hackers and scammers pretend to be working with Meta or pretend to be Meta, and they issue people with these threats that your account, they issue people either they tell you a notification that your page will be verified, or they notify you that there is a community standard violation on your account, so you need to act, or that you have a copyright infringement case. There are legitimate cases of copyright infringement and community standards violations, but these ones come from Meta and they have a very specific format. He will show you later on. But we have now scammers exploiting this. So when we talk about this thing, this comes after several people receive notification messages, either directly in their social media inboxes or through emails, informing them allegedly from Meta or Facebook support team about acceptance to start a verification process, and I think a lot of people want their account verified, or profiles, or a profile through malicious links, violations of community standards, with phishing links to request an appeal and infringement of copyright. So you will get a notification that, hey, your account was selected to be verified, or you get a notification that your account has violated a certain community standards, and if you don't act, your page will be deleted. And I think members of the press are well aware of this. These false alarm notifications appear to urge the users to act urgently within a time frame of 24 hours. If not, they will lose opportunity to verify their Facebook page or profile accounts shut down in case of violations. As such, it is the exact tactics used by the anonymous actors to exploit social media users or to compromise their account. To be clear, Facebook and Meta use their policy around infringements and community standard violations. The aim of it is corrective, the aim of it is not punitive. So that's why a lot of you here, at times you see your account will be locked for like 24 hours, or you will be restricted from commenting, or you will be told that your account is restricted for a certain duration of time, or they will also give you a chance to appeal. So that is the kind of legitimate means of communication that comes from Meta. But Meta never threatens someone that we're going to shut down your account. If they want to deactivate your account, they will deactivate it, and they will tell you the process, and they will tell you the process of appeal. So a lot of these things that we see are not legitimate things. However, it appears that these messages are not directly from Meta, but from individuals impersonating Meta or Facebook. The public is urged to pay attention and to avoid clicking on these links. So this is what we are actually urging people to do, to kind of avoid whether through email or direct message or social media, you should also avoid that. And also we urge the members of the press, who are kind of the custodians of information, to also aware the public and work with them. With the recent cybercrime and computer misuse bill being processed by the National Parliament to become a remedy to address cyber-related crimes, law enforcement agencies, especially the police, and also need to be empowered and their abilities to be boosted so that they can be able to handle cyber fraud and exploitation in the digital environment in South Sudan. As we speak right now, if you have an issue of, if someone compromises your account, you don't know what agency to go to that they can handle your case. The agencies that exist, though they offer the support through our courts and what, but the legal environment and the operational capacity to prosecute and to detect some of these crimes, they are still low compared to other countries or even other members in the region. Ladies and gentlemen, with this I will end my remark. There is a written version of this statement which Oshai will distribute to you later on, but I'll beg to stop here, and the rest of the information we can do it during the Q&A. I'll give it back to you.